back to the vlog. Today is such an exciting day. It's 7 in the morning and I just got dressed, just got ready. We're going strawberry picking. My mother-in-law and I are gonna go to a farm like 30 minutes away and just pick a ton of strawberries. Hopefully so many so that I can make jams and pies and freeze some for smoothies. So I don't really know how many pounds I need to shoot for. I think in the past my mother-in-law has picked, I think 70 pounds. So you can go pretty crazy at this farm. I'm gonna bring this big enamel bowl and then I think that we'll stop and grab a few more bowls too on the way. It looks like it's a beautiful day and I'm making myself a coffee and then we're gonna hit the road. I'm so excited.
After all that hard work.
Oh, that'll be worth it.
To get rid of from Grandma Weaver's. I kept out this little, like, perfect. Yeah.
This is the haul from strawberry picking. I got 5 tubs and they all are different weights, different amounts. Basically what you do is you go and bring whatever containers that you have that you want to pick strawberries in, and they weigh them, and then you go back and they weigh them per pound, and then they charge you per pound of strawberries. So I have quite the haul. My mother-in-law got 6 big buckets and I have these 5 bowls and I'm so excited. The goal here is to purpose these strawberries 3 different ways. The first is jam, second is fruit leather, and third is freezing them for smoothies and just to have in the freezer. So first things first, I'm going to wash all of these berries. I'm going to trim off all of the stems and then place them and kind of separate them and go from there. I just finished trimming all of the strawberries. I have 3 big bowls here, and now I'm gonna start putting together jams. I'm gonna blend some up for fruit leather, and then I'm gonna freeze some. Look how beautiful. This is all of the stems. I feel like I've neglected you guys on here today. I have done nothing but strawberry cooking and prepping in the kitchen since we got back a little bit before noon and it's almost 6. I still, after all of the jam that I made, and I froze 4-gallon bags of strawberries and put them in the basement in our freezers, I still have so much more. So I'm thinking of making some fruit jerky, cutting some up just to have in the fridge, and then freezing the rest because I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 jams in these little jam jars. I just realized I have 2 more jars of jam, so. But look how beautiful this color is. Good morning and happy Saturday. It's officially the weekend and I am so excited because Caleb gets home today. He'll be home around dinner time, I think. So I am getting ready and just finished getting ready for the morning to leave with my mother-in-law. We're gonna go to a swap meet, which is like an animal, not auction, but kind of sale of like some more unusual animals. I've never been before. Caleb was known for going up to the auction and getting crazy animals. I think he got like an emu. It wasn't called an emu. It's like a smaller emu. He got 2 of those. I don't know. He got some funky birds, some funky animals throughout his high school days. And I'm so excited to go. And then we're gonna go to like a market sale thing for a really cute shop that we both really love. I'm gonna make a coffee real quick to take and go. The coffees that I've been making with the ballerina protein powder have been so good. They've been my favorite. So I'm gonna make that real quick and then we're gonna head out to the swap meet. I look out my kitchen window and this is what I see. Good morning. What are you up to? I need to till my garden majorly. It looks like a jungle over there. I can always tell that it's warm in the kitchen when the bread rises so fast. This is very fast compared to like in the winter time. I feel like usually making 2 loaves, if I start it in the morning and it's cold outside, sometimes it's ready at like 8 o'clock, but this, it's only 4. I started it at 7:30 and it's already ready for me to go ahead and shape. So I'm gonna shape them, and then I'm going to get at least 1 loaf in the oven. The past few loaves I've made have been overproofed, and I can tell because whenever I score them and put them in the oven, the scoring is smooth to the surface, whereas what I'm really looking for when I make bread is whenever you score the bread and then it lifts away. It's called the ear of the loaf. While the bread is baking, we have like 30 minutes until Caleb gets here, maybe even less. So I bought some lemons and I'm gonna make some lemonade. And with it being so hot outside, lemonade sounds so good. So I have 4 lemons. I don't know how much lemonade that's gonna get me, but we're just gonna eyeball it. Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I am getting ready for work and I thought I would do my makeup with you guys and just sit down and chat. Our bathroom is super dark and also our bedroom is super dark. They're just dark colors and the windows aren't super big, so it just feels extra dark. And so I'm gonna do my makeup here in the hallway, this big mirror that we have at the end of the hallway, and thought I would just chat with you guys. I don't know if you can tell, but I got so much color yesterday. My mother-in-law and I went out paddleboarding at a lake like 15 minutes from here, and it was so fun. But over the past like week and a half, I've gotten so much sun. I've just been at the pool, we've been outside. The days have been so hot, and our house inside is super hot because we don't have AC. And so it just is like, well, if I'm gonna be hot and sweaty, I might as well be outside doing something. And so I really feel like that has kind of driven me to be outside a little bit more than usual. And then on top of that, I just feel like there's so many things to do outside that even if I didn't think like, oh, I was gonna be outside today, I end up just spending hours upon hours outside, and I honestly could not be happier about it. It just makes me so happy. I feel so good at the end of the day that I've just like been outside and was able to move my body. I was telling my mother-in-law yesterday that I really feel like I've been getting so much more sun and time outside here now that we're back on the farm than I ever did when we were in California, which is kind of funny, and maybe that's just right now because it's summer here, but even with it being super hot, like it's been in the high 90s, I feel like there's just so much more for me to do here than there was in California. We lived in an apartment when we were there, and there was a pool at our apartment complex, but I never went to it once. It just kind of felt like, I don't know, no privacy whatsoever. And so when I was outside, it was either at the beach or hiking, but that was like on the weekend. Anyways, I'm just really enjoying it. But if you can't tell, none of my makeup is really my shade anymore, so I'm definitely gonna have to bronze this up. I have work today. I go in about an hour, and I woke up just feeling like I wanted to sit down and chat with you guys because I really feel this way, and maybe you guys can't really tell, but I feel like ever since we moved back to the farm, I've just been showing you guys everything, but not really like talking as much, and I don't really feel like I've been able to sit down and kind of just like say hi. So a little update, we are loving the farm life, or I should say I am. Caleb grew up here, and he was actually a big proponent for us moving back. I was a little iffy about it, to be completely honest, if you can even believe that. I just didn't know what it was gonna be like. I grew up in the Midwest, and since being out west in California, I just love the West, and I feel so alive out there and just such a cool way. And I just kind of doubted feeling at home here back in the Midwest. But it's just so funny. It's like your mindset is everything, I think. And also for me, it's like this is what's comfortable to me. Being in the Midwest, I grew up in Kansas City, having 4 distinct seasons, being closer to family, being able to do stuff with my hands. All of that is made possible by living on a farm and being here in the Midwest. And it's just funny that for so long I felt like I fought it. Whenever Caleb and I talked about it, I was just always like, like I don't know. And now that we're here, it's like the biggest blessing ever, and I can't imagine not being here. It's just funny how life works, and the Lord has really blessed us so tangibly, and I just really feel like I am experiencing that in real time, and I get to like wake up every morning and look around and be like, oh my gosh, this is such a blessing. I don't know how and what and when we did something to deserve it. It's just so cool to be here. It's also been really fun for me to be able to like decorate the home and be able to like make it our own. I do feel like we have a lot more planned that we'd like to do. I can't even like describe what those plans are because I feel like they're so scattered. Let me try to think of a good one. Like one of them is there's a little white barn that technically goes with our house, and it's so old and it's pretty gross. I mean, it's just a barn. There's been animals in it. So one big project is that we want to completely, not gut it, but completely clean it out. Power wash it, get all of the old hay and straw out of there. Just give it like a very basic and good cleaning for whenever we want to put animals in there. It's just been standing unused for a while, probably a year now. And so just things like that. Or in the garden shed that we have, I really want to pull everything out, deeply organize it, put it all back in, make it a very usable space. I guess that's really the theme of everything we want to do, is we want to make things very functional and a little bit less like just there to be there. So in our mudroom downstairs, you walk into the mudroom from kind of like the garage pad area. And right now it's just a huge room and it's such good space, but trying to figure out how exactly we want to utilize it and decorate it and do all of that is a process that I want to go through. We need to get more storage for each of the rooms. We need to get stuff for our bathrooms. There's just so many little details that will just take a minute to do that I'm so excited about, but at the same time it's like such a task. So I just have to be really on top of it. I was talking to Caleb last night and I was like, I think that for myself, I need to just make a plan. So I want to make a plan for how I want to decorate and what I want to do with the guest room and the guest bathroom, and then fully complete those things before moving on. Kind of like that's the mindset I want to be in. I don't want to have a bunch of half-finished projects. And that's what I'm kind of trying to avoid, is to just like get things done in its entirety and not be like, oh, I'll get to it, but like really be active about it. And right now a lot of the prep work is really not fun, so I just am like trying to hype myself up and be like, you got to do this to make it your dream space, so that later you don't look back and are like, oh, we moved in 5 years ago and I never did this. I think a little bit of that is my motivation speaking and not so much reality. But I do want to make it the reality as much as I can. I don't want to buy just a bunch of new stuff to put in a space just to fill it and feel like, oh, now we can move on. Like, I want it to be very intentional, and I think that's the timepiece that I'm kind of glazing over here of like, I'll just do it. And it's like, well, you can just do it, but if you want to do it the way that it should be done, it's gonna take time. And so I do need to be patient with the process, but as of right now, that's just kind of my mindset around it. I slept with my hair in overnight curls last night, and I feel like sometimes when I do the overnight curls, it's a little bit of a jump scare when I take them out because they just really need to relax and they're still like very tight. But overall, it's so nice just to have my hair curled when I wake up and not have to worry about anything. The curls that I did last night gave me so much volume. gonna go downstairs, I'm gonna pack my lunch for the day, and then I'm also going to make myself breakfast before I head out. I just spilled matcha all over my shirt, so I'm gonna have to go change. That's what I get for trying to carry too many things down the stairs all at once. I was feeling the stripes today, so I went with a little bit more of a structured button up. It has been so hot these past few days, and it just now cooled off because it was raining a little bit, and I was actually expecting it to be really hot and humid, but this is very, very pleasant. There is a horse auction going on uptown. Actually, it's not even uptown, it's like across the road. It's our neighbors. Not directly on our road, but off of our road, and they've had a horse auction all day. I drove to work this morning and saw them setting up. Drove back from work, and it was such a huge crowd. I don't know if you can hear them. You probably can't, but if you can, the auctioneer, I don't know how he's still going, because he has been spitting words so fast for hours and hours. Here are our little ducks. It's about 7 o'clock right now, and I'm waiting on my mother-in-law to get home because we're gonna bathe horses. So Caleb is one of 7 kids. My mother-in-law is a mom of 7 kids, and basically all of them were born and raised, well, not all of them, but most of them were born and raised on the farm and grew up here. And so she has taught 7 kids how to ride horses, what to do with horses, and now she actually works and volunteers at like a horse riding center for kids. She is my person to go to for all things farm, and she knows how much I want a horse and how much I want to just brush up on my knowledge, and she's just my right-hand lady, and I come to her for everything. So she's gonna help me bathe Winchester, which is the horse that we can ride. The other one is pretty old, and we're just gonna hang out with him, maybe do some groundwork, we'll see.